Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and we're just going to take a look at this weird old vintage thing today. Valvoline 10 Most Wanted Cars. The 10 most wanted cars according to, I don't know, people who use Valvoline. Or know, people who know use Valvoline, I guess, whatever. Alright, there's a list of the vehicles in the back. I don't want to look at that too closely yet. Let's check out. What I wanted to find is, can we find a date on this thing? It's got some licensing information there. Blah, 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 blah. Scoot-a-doo-doo-doo. Where is the date? Do we have a date? It's got to be old. We can kind of maybe date it by the car. No, we can't date it by the cars because everything's from the 60s, 50s, 40s. I don't see a date on here anywhere. So I have no idea when this was produced. No clue. I have no clue where it was available either. I don't know where it came from. I mean, I know where it came from to get to me, but I don't know where it came from to get to anyone else. This my buddy Jay sent this to me and was like, "Hey, you'll enjoy this. Put this on a video and check it out." It appears some of these cars in this thing are a little bit worse for wear, but we're gonna check them out, and I think it's gonna be fun. This thing is not taped together on the one side, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this tray out. So we have our 10 most wanted cars. Wow, this plastic is clearly falling apart, and that's okay. I guess I'll keep this as kind of a guide as to what we're looking at, just in case I can't identify one of these most wanted cars. Well, at least I won't know the year. So we'll check them out. We're just going to pull them out one by one, see what they are, see what they look like. I have no idea who made them. They look almost Yatming-ish with those wheels, but I'm not going to be able to know. These are very cheaply made. Wow. They are made in China. Valvoline Incorporated. Oh, 1993. Look at that. 1993. That could be correct. Valvoline Most Wanted Cars. Interesting. So it's actually got the base is actually specific to the set, which is cool. All right. I'm going to angle this down a little bit, or move this down a little bit so we can really get a good view of the car. So sorry for the live camera adjustment. This channel is known for its just premium production quality. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is a Mustang, obviously. This would be the 1967 Ford Mustang GT, as it says right there in the base first, which is quite nice. Look at the stance on this thing. Look at the stance on one side of this thing. So yeah, very cheaply made. They're very like tinny. What is that? Is that an actual frosted back windscreen, or is that fungal growth? I don't know. Okay. And basic interior, plastic base, plastic wheels that look kind of like Yatming. Almost got a little bit of suspension or bounce to it. Rolls actually quite straight and well, which is interesting. And yeah, we got some detail up there. I mean, not the most detailed Mustang front end I've ever seen, but it's there. Kind of a detailed back end as well. So these are always fun. I like looking at old vintage, kind of vintagey looking diecast cars. You know, before, you know, we did like a bunch of computer modeling and stuff and scanning and making the cars look absolutely perfect in 1/64 scale. You know, we had to make simple things like this. There was probably some tooling limitations, and all of that had to go into these. So just kind of neat. It's neat looking at this kind of diecast kind of history stuff. All right, next is a Corvette. Man, all these are got a pretty low stance, which is kind of neat. Which one is this? Well, we can just look at the base. This is the 67 Corvette, licensed from Chevrolet. Well, we got taillights painted on there. The paint is getting a little rough. Not the best version of a Corvette I've ever seen, of this Corvette I've ever seen. The wheels are a little undersized for the size of the casting. These are definitely not perfectly to scale models, I would say. very much likely not to scale. Although it is interesting. Do they say 164 scale on here anywhere? I don't think they do. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, it does. It does, right on the base. 164 scale. So 164-ish scale. I mean, it's got an interior in it. It's not the cheapest version of a car I've seen, but definitely cheap feeling. Plastic base and all that. Plastic tires, but I mean, it rolls. It rolls straight. Kind of neat. Kind of neat. Here's another Mustang. Or this is probably Shelby. Yep, Shelby GT350. And I mean, yeah, I mean, that's not exactly accurate. But again, very fun, very cool. I mean, look at the side of this thing. It almost looks like a kid drew it. There we go. Pop in the base a little bit. And a kid that's like, you know, somewhat talented, but not a savant. The stance, though, I mean, look at that. She is dropped low. Pretty interesting little toy car. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. Again, with the frosted back window, which is, or whatever that is weird. That they would do that. I don't know what would be the point of frost. Oh, I know why they frosted it. It's probably because the thing doesn't have anything in the back. Look at you can see right through. That's probably why they frosted it. Yeah, definitely, because they didn't do any of the back part of the interior of the car. So that's what they did. Instead of tinting it, they frosted it, so you really kind of were distracted, couldn't see in there. All right, what's next? This one I'm having to peel out of here. We've got the 49 Oldsmobile Futuramic 98. I don't know. I guess I'm not really familiar with this car. But it's definitely one of the 10 most wanted, according to the people who know that use Valvoline. Not bad. Not bad. No need to frost the window on this one. Stance pretty alright. From a quality standpoint, this one probably looks the best so far. The axle's in here a little. There we go. Let's see if we can fix that. The bases in these are clicking and cracking. Look at that, wheels clicking and cracking. That is weird. I don't know why it's doing that. It's almost like the axle is too short for the base. Anyway, this one, quality-wise, I think probably looks close to the best, maybe. It rolls. Pretty neat. All right, moving on. Did that just fall from somewhere? This was a piece of that plastic. All right, anyway, here is another Corvette. Actually, this one looks pretty decent, too. So this, one of the 10 most wanted cars here, is a 63 Corvette. This one looks pretty decent. It almost really gives it the illusion that it has a metal base here when you're looking at it like this, but it does not. Of course, it's got plastic. They are riveted together. The castings are rough. There's flashing everywhere. They're not cleaned up. This one does have the frosted windows. So it's got the half interior in it, and it rolls quite well. This one's pretty decent. I would say maybe this is the best looking one now. Maybe we'll change our mind as we go on, but that one looks pretty cool. We're going to follow that up with another Mustang. Mustang really make up a lot of the 10 most wanted cars. We've got 2 Corvettes so far, 2 Mustangs, and now 3 Mustangs. And this would be what, the 55 Ford Mustang, 65 Ford Mustang. I was going to say 64 originally, but that wouldn't. All right. Anyway, so there's our front end. Looking kind of sad up close like that. And then here's the back. And, Hot Wheels made this car, right? Kind of a popular old Hot Wheels. It's okay. We actually got a Mustang graphic on the side. Kind of neat there. So we've got 3 Mustangs now. This is probably the best looking one of the 3, I would say. I mean, this one's just... this one's at least shaped right, I think. And this one looks, I mean, hard not to shape this one right. It's basically a rectangle. Yeah, okay, neat. Let's go on to the next. What is this? Can you identify the car by looking at the side? This is a Thunderbird, maybe? No, Camaro. It's a Camaro. Why did I think it was a... Maybe because of that? I don't know. This is a 67 Camaro, guys. This is a 67 Camaro. What? Does that... Am I off on that? Does that look like a 67 Camaro to you? I was hoping I'd have like a Hot Wheels handy that I could just pull out and show you, but I don't think I do, unfortunately. I don't have one near me. Otherwise, I would... Oh, well, no, that's not a 67. Yeah, I don't, so I can't just pull one out to show you. But does that at all look like a 67 Camaro? Does it? Does it? Got some paint issues on the back here. We got issues all over the place with this one. Yeah, this might be some of the ugliest diecast I've ever seen, but I kind of like it. I kind of do. I kind of like stuff like this. I think it's fun. It's so weird that this is a whatever. It just doesn't look right at all to me. Like, I wouldn't even have been able to tell you that. I wouldn't be able to identify that. Is there something I'm missing, like some sort of trim level of the Camaro that this does look right? I don't know. It just does not look right to me. So this might go... This is in this pile here with this Shelby that just is not shaped correctly. Oh, so weird. All right, next we have a Ford Thunderbird. Here we go. 57 Ford Thunderbird. We've got some cracking in the vinyl top. This probably wasn't a vinyl top, though, at the time, was it? Probably just two-tone painted. And... it looks okay. I mean, aside from the issues up here with the paint. Rolls all right. It's at least relatively the right shape. Kind of interesting. I wonder who made these toolings. Where do these come from? The wheels look like, you know, your orange slice Yatming style wheels, so that's kind of what they look like, but I don't know what they actually are. No clue. And I don't know. Let's just move on. All right. Followed up by Chevy 57 Bel Air. And this one is a convertible with a crazy massive windshield that just curves around like that. Oh, geez. That looks like the front of another car is coming out of this car. This car. What? So you could tell the technology just wasn't as good, and the care wasn't put too much into this particular set as far as developing the toolings, because these look like fever dream versions of the cars they're supposed to represent in low goober animated definite. It's they're just, I mean, nothing's as bad as that one so far, but in my opinion. But something about this, these are charming. So I'm not going to say I'm not happy to get these, because I am happy to get this. And to do these videos, pretty awesome. All right, lastly and finally, we've got the Pontiac GTO. Look at that, GTO. Yeah, they did a pretty decent job on the GTO. Not too bad. It looks kind of right. Yeah, kind of right. The front end looks fairly decent. feel like this back end curves down more than it should. But again, you know, it's kind of, I don't know. Interesting. All right, well, that's going to be it for this video on the Valvoline cars. Here's the tray it came in. So much care was put into this that the tray is kind of like weird and off-center, and I guess it was supposed to go in like this. I don't know. Whatever. All right, you guys let me know what you think about these little tin cars here. I'm going to say the best looking one, probably this Corvette. The ones that they did like a fair job on, I would say maybe the GTO, the Corvette, maybe this thing. I guess maybe this one too is not too terrible. This one's probably not too terrible either without the cracking paint. But this looks like just a blob of a car. This looks like kind of a blob of a car. And then the front end on this one really just doesn't look good. And look at that, like, flashing left on there. So obviously these things were cheap. I don't know where they were sold. I don't know how much they cost, anything like that. But very, very interesting. All right, that's going to be it for this video. This will be in, like, I have this little weird playlist on the channel, vintage, older, secondhand playlist, where I put all this kind of like weird older stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go to that playlist. There should be like more content like this on there. So if you're interested in the weird stuff, that's where you're going to find it on my channel. All right, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day.